Your car just popped up a big software update. Great, right? Hold up. I want you safe, not just updated. Only an official safety recall triggers a fix that is tracked by the government. An update can help. But a recall is what closes the loop. That difference matters. In 2022, there were over 400 safety recalls in the United States. That is more than one a day. And here is the key point. NHTSA says a recall can include any required repair, even a software update. So yes, code can be the cure, but it still has to be treated and recorded as a recall fix if the issue is safety. I'm Morgan Lane. I'm a certified automotive safety specialist. For over a decade, I've worked recall cases, from dealership bays to safety organizations. I've seen owners skip a critical repair because they thought the car already updated. I do not want that to be you. Today, I'll show you how to tell an OTA update from a safety recall, how to read the remedy, and how to confirm your fix is recorded. Ready to clear up the confusion once and for all? First, let's define the terms so you know exactly what you received and what you still might need. Ever see words like OTA update, service campaign, TSB, and recall? Easy to mix them up, but mixing them up can cost you safety and money. Here is the simple map. An OTA update is a wireless software change from the maker. It can add features or fix bugs. Sometimes it even addresses a safety item. But an OTA by itself is not a recall unless the maker declares the defect and files it. A safety recall is different. It is the legal, tracked fix for an unreasonable safety risk. Recalls are reported to NHTSA. The maker pays for the remedy. That is true for mandatory recalls and for voluntary safety recalls too. If it is a recall, you should not pay for the repair. A service campaign is a manufacturer program to correct an issue that may not be safety related. Often the maker covers it, but it is not always filed as a safety recall. A technical service bulletin, or TSB, is a notice to dealers about a known problem and a suggested fix. It is not a legal order. If you are out of warranty, you may pay for a TSB repair. Now that the jargon is clear, how do regulators treat a software fix? Let's see what NHTSA says. Think a wireless fix means the problem was minor. Not so fast. Regulators are very clear. A recall is a recall no matter how the remedy is delivered. NHTSA has said recall remedies can include any required repair, including a software update. That means a code push over Wi-Fi can be the official fix for a safety defect, as long as the maker files it and tracks it. There is more. Automakers are required to notify owners about software updates that address a defect. So if a software change is meant to correct a safety issue, you should get a notice and see a recall ID tied to it. And here is a reality check on volume. A recent analysis found Tesla led all brands in number of safety recalls. Many of those were handled by over-the-air updates. That shows how common software remedies have become. None of that makes them less serious. It just changes how the fix reaches your car. So if an OTA can be an official recall repair, how do you find the exact recall for your vehicle and what the remedy requires? Let's pull up your recall number and read the remedy line together. Okay, you think your car had a recall. Let's prove it. Every legal recall comes with a campaign number and a remedy description. Start at the NHTSA recall site and enter your VIN. If a recall is open, you will see a campaign number that looks like a string of digits and letters. Write that number down. Next, read the remedy in the official summary. That one line tells you what must be done. For example, a Daimler Sprinter recall labeled 21V972 listed the remedy as a free software update at the dealership. That means the fix was software, but the plan was to apply it in person. Another case, Toyota recall 22V107 for certain CHR models, listed inspection and activation at the dealership. That tells you hardware checks were required. Now match that remedy to what your car actually did. If your update message shows the same recall ID and says the update installed, you might be complete. If the remedy mentions inspection, replacement, or dealer only, you still need a visit. Grab your VIN or update email. Have you found a campaign number yet? Good. Now let's look at when an OTA alone can fully satisfy the recall. Picture this. Your car downloads an update overnight. In the morning, no warnings. You read the recall remedy and it says update firmware. No parts, no inspection. In cases like that, an over-the-air update can complete the recall without a shop visit. We have seen this many times. News outlets have reported that many Tesla recalls were handled by software patches. The car took the fix at home, and that counted as the official remedy. When that happens, your best clues are simple. Your update screen shows the recall ID and the install date. The car stops nagging you about the defect. And when you run your VIN on the NHTSA site a short time later, the recall no longer shows as open. Even in this easy case, I still do one more step. I take a photo of the on-screen update complete message and save the release notes. If I ever sell the car, that record helps prove the fix. So yes, OTA can be the whole cure, but it is not always the finish line. Next, let's talk about when an update does not close the recall and you still need hands-on hardware. Your dash says update complete. Feels good. But if the recall remedy called for parts or an inspection, you are not done yet. Many recalls bundle software and hardware. In those cases, an over-the-air patch is only a first step. Here is a real-world example. Toyota recall 22V107 for certain 2021 CHR vehicles involved a collision sensor that might not be active. Toyota estimated only about 3 out of 10,000 of the 36,558 cars had the bad part. But there was no easy way to tell which one's at home. So every owner was told to visit the dealer for inspection and activation. Another case. A Harley-Davidson recall listed a software fix for a display glitch. But those bikes did not have OTA capability. So all 3,917 riders had to go in for a manual firmware update. The rule is plain. If you see words like inspection, replacement, or dealer only in the remedy, plan a visit. Simple. If this is helping, hit subscribe to Recall Roadmap with Morgan and tap like. We do clear safety steps every week. Now, let's make sure you can prove your fix. You got the update. Or you went to the dealer. Now let's lock down proof. First, check your car's settings or service menu. Many vehicles list recent software changes and even recall entries. Look for the recall ID and a completion note. Take a quick photo for your records. Next, get paperwork. If you visited a shop, ask for a repair order that shows the recall campaign number and the remedy performed. That single sheet is gold. It protects you if questions come up later, and it helps your resale. Finally, run your VIN on the NHTSA site about a week after the fix. It can take a few days for systems to sync. When the recall no longer shows as open, that means the maker logged your repair. Here is why I push this step. NHTSA data shows recall completion rates are far from perfect. Newer cars do better, but many older vehicles never get fixed. I do not want you in that group. A minute of checking now keeps your family safer and your records clean. With the fix confirmed, let's prevent update headaches next time with a few simple best practices. Updating your car is a lot like updating your phone. A little prep saves a lot of pain. Start with power. Make sure the battery has a healthy charge. For many EVs, aim for at least half. Plug in if you can before a big update. Low battery is a common reason an install will not start. Next, use a solid network. Connect to your home Wi-Fi or another trusted, stable hotspot. Updates can be large. A weak cellular signal can drop the file and cause a failure. Park the car and let it work. Do not drive during an install. Do not press buttons to speed it up. Let the system reboot on its own. If an error appears, Follow the on-screen steps. Often a simple retry or a system reboot clears it. When the install wraps up, read the release notes. Some cars ask you to confirm a new setting or drive a short distance to calibrate. Do that right away so the fix takes hold. Easy prep, clean install. With those basics set, let's keep your privacy safe while your car is online. Your car is about to download code over the internet. Treat that moment with the same care you give your phone or laptop. Use a trusted, password-protected network. Avoid public Wi-Fi for updates. Open networks can be watched or spoofed. A clean, private connection lowers risk and keeps the download stable. Check your companion app settings too. Make sure the app is up to date. Review what data you share. If your car lets you limit extra telemetry or location sharing during updates, switch off what you do not need. Keep your phone locked with a passcode, since it often holds the keys to your vehicle account. Save your update notes. Snap a photo of the release notes or the update complete screen, especially if a recall ID was shown. Email it to yourself. Now you have a time-stamped trail. During the install, keep the car and garage locked and stay nearby. Some systems disable alarms or change behavior while updating. A little awareness protects both the vehicle and your data. If all that care still ends with a failed download, do not stress. You still have a sure path to the fix at the dealership. What if the OTA never arrives, or it keeps failing? You still have rights. In the United States, safety recall repairs must be provided at no cost to you. That includes software remedies. So if the update stalls, call your authorized dealer. Have your VIN and the recall ID ready. Tell the advisor you need the recall remedy. They can apply the same software with their tools or complete any hardware work. There should be no labor charge and no software fee on a recall line. If they seem unsure, remind them that NHTSA treats a software update as a valid recall repair when it corrects a safety defect. The maker is obliged to remedy the recall. Other owners do this every day. Ford, GM, European brands, you name it. Dealers have the gear to flash control units or to run the original remedy in person. Many will also confirm completion in the database while you are there. If the wireless path blocks you, the service lane clears the way. That is the safety net by design. Now let's wrap this up with a quick checklist you can use on any update or recall. You now know how to separate a routine update from a true recall. Here is your quick checklist. First, check your VIN on the NHTSA site to see if any recalls are open. Second, read the remedy for each campaign. If it says software only, your OTA may complete it. If it says inspection or replacement, book the dealer. Third, confirm the fix. Look for the recall ID in your car's update history. Then make sure your VIN shows no open recalls after a short delay. Fourth, get proof. Ask the dealer for a repair order with the recall number, or save a photo of the on-screen update complete message that lists the recall ID. Keep those records. Only recalls are the legally tracked safety fixes. Updates are great, but they do not replace your responsibility to finish the recall steps. Subscribe to Recall Roadmap with Morgan for clear, calm safety guidance every week, and share this with a friend who just got an update. Thanks for watching. Now that you know how to tell updates from recalls, what is the first thing you will check on your car today? I'd love to hear your plan in the comments.